It's about 6:45 this morning. Weather's fairly mild, fairly grey, overcast morning. I checked the forecast and it had been promise of outbreaks of sun, which obviously would have meant for a really nice sunrise, but you can't always rely too heavily on the weather forecast. So I feel like I might have missed autumn. I don't quite know how this has happened because I've had a good 3 weeks really to get out and shoot. But of course I haven't missed autumn because, as you can see behind me, there's a lot of fallen leaves still on the floor. And a lot of the leaves are still reddy browny orange. But I just feel like I've missed the best bit of autumn. It's hard to pinpoint when that is because I went to France at the weekend and noticed that maybe it's because it's slightly warmer climate, the autumn over there is delayed a little bit. But such is life. I'm going to try and bag myself some landscape shots today. So where am I? This is my new home. I'm in Malvern, which for some of you who've been following me for a little while know that I've done a couple of vlogs here. And what I'm trying to do this morning is trek up North Hill, because what I want to try and do, basically I came up here about 2 weeks ago, and for those of you that follow me on Instagram, follow my stories, you may have seen that I did a recce up here. So I found a couple of shots that I want to try and bag. And first of the lot kind of depends on the nice wash of early morning sun, which, if I'm being honest, doesn't look like it's going to happen. But photography is a funny old game, so I've got to hang in there and we'll see what materialises. So just in front of us to the east here, you might just be able to get a glimpse of the sun trying to rise, but there's too much cloud straight ahead, which is not the shot that I wanted, because the shot that I wanted was a low sun on the horizon that just drenches Great Malvern in a warm sunrise light of oranges and reds, that sort of thing. But that's obviously not going to happen. What is happening, as you can probably see as well, is that the sky is starting to clear. So that might still be possible in an hour or two. Because it's autumn and the arc of the sun is quite low, I'm not going to give it hope just yet. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to do a panorama from where I'm stood. I'm going to do this handheld, because I've got no tripod with me today. I'm travelling very light. I'm going to swing from left to right. And the thing that I do need to do this time of year really is take advantage of these colours that are sort of the bracken and the heather that's on the hill, because we've got some really lovely autumnal colours. And if I can intertwine that with the nice break of the clouds, add a bit of saturation in post, all is not lost this morning.
Far from the electric floor, removed from the red meat market, I look for a fire door, and escape from drums and barking.
So this, by the way, is an addition I wanted to talk about. It cost me about £2, and it's a really good addition, so I can take you along with me what I'm doing. So basically it's just a mount that will attach to your hot shoe of your camera, and you can attach another camera. So it's a hot shoe mount to a thread, and it seems to do the trick. So what I want to show you here is sort of my angular view, and it really is a beautiful scene this morning. I'm losing the plot a little bit. so many things this morning seem to have conspired against me. The road was closed this morning, which meant I was a bit late for sunrise. I have run out of storage on my phone, which means I can't vlog on my phone. I have forgotten my tripod mount, so I can't use it, so I have to use everything handheld. I'm actually mounted on my camera on a bench right now. So this makes me think, let's go off-piste a little bit. Let's break the rules, because I'm not going to get a perfect landscape shoot this morning. So one thing that I think is pretty cool, a really cool technique, is to put yourself in the frame in your landscape shot. Now I don't mean your personality or your artistic flair. I mean put yourself in the picture. So what I'm going to do, there's a little rock here, a little cliff edge, and I think it'll look quite nice if I just gaze into the distance, and I'll try and frame up the Worcestershire beacon on my right, and I've got the sunset sort of overhead. The sunset, the sunrise. What time is it? It's only 7 o'clock. It's going to be a long day. And I think if I can get there, if I can nail this shot, I think it's going to look nice.
Fall into the corner's arms, same way that I've done for years. I'm trapped in a collapsing building. Come find me now, we'll hide and we'll speak in our secret tongues. We come back to my corner, spent too long alone tonight. Would you come and brighten my corner, lit torch to the woodpile? That wood needs to ignite. There's no spark on the dampened floor.
Now, I appreciate this might not be the best landscape vlog ever made, but don't forget, photography is just completely subjective, and it starts with you. Now, I obviously like to have fun when I shoot. I like to have fun when I make my vlogs. Having said that, my right arm is now killing me because I'm holding my camera Casey Neistat style in the air with a 24-105 f4 on my lens, on my camera. I'm completely losing it today. I don't know what's wrong with me. But the point is that I've got out. Yeah, things have not gone brilliantly, but it doesn't matter because it's experience, isn't it? And you are going to fail. I mean, how do you measure success? You probably measure it by, a lot of the time, by what you failed at. But anyway, I always find that I get way too philosophical when I come on these landscape shoots. But just while I'm having a little heart to heart with you, YouTube, the reason that I moved here in the first place, this really nice area of the world, was to get inspired, because I was living in a place where I just didn't feel inspired really. No, it wasn't so much the place, I guess it was just a lull that I was in. So I just needed to kick on a little bit. So I've just found that moving to a place of natural beauty really helps me. I feel a lot more inspired now, because in the morning I can get up, I can get out, I can walk up a hill, I can make some videos. So I don't know if this content is any good for you or not, but it's very therapeutic vlogging. You should try it if you don't. You learn quite a lot about yourself and about your craft as well. Okay, so I've just climbed up, the 10 or 20 meters or so to the focal point, the viewpoint that I could see from down there, because I found my composition and I think it's a good one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot this in portrait. Now I'm going to shoot in portrait because over there is a lot of obviously harsh sunlight coming in from the east, because the sun is obviously just quite strong this morning, and also over here there's not really a lot of interest. So I think that really leans to a portrait composition, and I think it really shows off the foreground of the piece as well. And in the background you've obviously got the summit of the Worcestershire beacon. And I think I'm obviously going to make this my last shot, because the gods seem to be conspiring against me today. I've just gone to change the battery on my external sound recording device, and I've brought the wrong batteries, bought AA's instead of AAA's. And to top the lot, my fake GoPro has just blown off the side of pretty much a ledge, so I don't know if that's going to be okay. Hopefully it's going to be fine. So I'm going to just get this last shot in the bag. I'm probably going to go black and white with this, just because of the harsh contrast that the sun is offering. But it's been a good morning. Been testing. Maybe that was down to a little lack of planning. I'm not quite sure, but it's just one of those days, isn't it, in photography? You can only work with what you've got, and you've got to make the best of every situation. And I always enjoy these shoots because I always learn something.
Back to my corner, spent too long.
Okay, now I appreciate this might not be the best landscape vlog ever made, but hang on. Now I appreciate this might not be the best landscape, for God's sake.
Tonight, would you come right in my corner?